togetherness and competitiveness. What did you feel in the final maybe 6 minutes or so?
Just played more physical and competed a little harder. Just got back to what we were doing when we opened the game up originally.
I know throughout your life you've played 17 straight minutes of basketball before, but in that level of intensity, are you even noticing that? What does it feel like for you out there to be on the floor for such extended periods when it's such high game pressure?
I feel like if we were in Utah, it would be different with like the elevation. When you're like, you'd probably feel it a little more, but nah, you're just like so zoned in on like trying to get stops every time, like you don't notice that you're tired. And that's the fun thing about adrenaline. The thing that sucks is like when you're done, but yeah, you don't really notice it.
Speaking of adrenaline, I mean, Shea hits that shot to send you guys into overtime. Honestly, you guys haven't lost 3 in a row, I think, for a couple of years now. I think late 24. Whenever he hits that shot, was there that boost of adrenaline that's just like, finally trying to get this thing back on the winning side?
Yeah, just OTs are like fresh starts. You know what I mean? You can treat it like just like basically a new game. 0-0 is, like our famous saying that's like ingrained in everybody's brain. But that's actually what it is, and you get a fresh start to kind of like restart the game and see who's better for 5 minutes.
Like 30 seconds left, you turn down the 3, you got to a pull-up. What was that like to see that one bounce in after seeing a few maybe roll out?
Nice. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really got too much to say about it. Just like, can't be afraid to shoot them. And that's the biggest thing. Still got to where I wanted to be and shot it. And sometimes they go in, sometimes they don't. But yeah, it felt good coming out my hands, which was nice.
Does this win feel any different than the others, considering kind of relative struggles you guys have had, losing the 2 in a row and then losing the 1 at home? Does this one feel any different?
No, not really. I mean, I think everything's about perspective. It's like, this doesn't sound cocky, but like we win just the last 3 years, we win so much. When we have like a normal human stretch of like losing a game or two that we shouldn't have lost, like the world freaks out. You know what I mean? So it's like a thing that we do internally that's a good job of like just going out there and playing. Like we're not superheroes. Like we have human moments. Like we are human. Like we get physically and mentally tired just throughout the season. And I feel like that kind of showed just in that stretch. And that's something we just get to work on and like get better with. But it's just a part of the game. Like you're gonna, like every team this year has lost a couple games that they wish they can have back. And we understand that. It's just like how many of those can you limit during the season and how much better can you get because of it. And that, we'll take any win we can get.
Go ahead. Does this feel like a win that kind of is on the process of kind of getting you back where you were? Because you had a big lead, lost the lead, then you had to really fight you were down 4 with less than a minute to go. Mm-hmm. But you got to overtime, won the game. Is this a step, I guess?
Yeah, it's just like, it's a step back in the right direction. Anytime you can win a game, like I said, like we're not going to be picky about, wins and losses. Like we're going to be picky about the process of how we won, and we did just a good job of getting the car back on the road and amping our physicality up, and now it's just about like how long can we do that throughout the course of the game.
Marcus talked a bunch of times about how this team is internally motivated. Chet talked last game about how everyone on the team is accountable. Can you kind of just speak to the importance of you guys pushing yourselves as opposed to, obviously outside Mark and staff and everyone else's? How important is it for you guys to be the ones pushing yourselves?
It's super important because we're the ones that have to go out and play. Like regardless of how great our game plans are all the time and how detailed they are and how good our coaches are, like we still have to go out there and execute and find a reason to be out there, and we do a good job of that. So we have a good internal flame that burns throughout the rest of the organization.
Dub, you guys set the bar so high defensively over these last couple of seasons, and you talked about just the normal mental and physical exhaustion. Like, give us an idea of how difficult it is to sort of maintain that level of kind of defensive intensity over the course of an 82-game season.
it's nothing we haven't done before. It's just like limiting the like stretches that we have where we're not like that. You know, we've had some guys banged up too, so that obviously goes into that equation a little bit. Not having AC, not having Hart, not having Jay Will. You know what I mean? Like just some like more energy guys. Like I said, like we're human. Like there's gonna be a stretch that we just had where you can kind of tell that it takes a toll a little bit. I think a lot of it too is like understanding how the game's being called and like trying to like still be physical but also like back off a little bit, which has been tough. I'm not gonna get fined for that, right? Like I'm really trying not to say what I want to say, right? I left it at that. Yeah, like just being physical without fouling and trying to do that whole thing. It fluctuates during the season. You know, you start to get away with more, you get away with less. Like it's just like a balance of what you try and do during the season.
Anything else for Doug?
I got
Yep, last one.
You talked a lot about sort of just the mental exhaustion of just some of these stretches and things like that, but the season doesn't stop anytime soon. So how do you sort of bounce back with that while sort of like keeping the car on the road while the season keeps going on?
Everybody took a good advantage of the day off we had yesterday. And that's what you need. You got to win the days in between your games and just go from there. I mean, it's nothing we haven't done before. Even last year, you know, we go on a 15-game win streak after flying from Vegas to Miami and then playing that back-to-back. Like, it's just about mental toughness and trying to just string along stops and, you know, take those rest days and recovery days super serious. And I thought we had, like, a good mental reset for everybody to kind of get their legs back and just reset.
Thank you, Doug.
Yep.